Have you ever wondered what's really going on between Israel and Iran? It feels like every other week there's a new headline, a new threat, and the whole world holds its breath. This isn't just some distant political squabble. It's a high-stakes chess game with global consequences, and the United States is right in the middle of it. Let's break it down, cut through the noise, and understand what's actually happening. To really get it, we have to go back in time. Believe it or not, before 1979, Israel and Iran were actually allies. They shared intelligence, traded goods, and saw each other as a check against powerful Arab states. But everything changed with the Iranian Revolution. Ayatollah Khomeini came to power, and the new Islamic Republic saw Israel, a close partner of the United States, the Great Satan, as the Little Satan. Suddenly, a strategic partnership flipped into a bitter ideological rivalry. This wasn't just a political disagreement. It became a core part of Iran's identity. From that point on, the conflict simmered, mostly fought through proxies. Think of it like a shadow war. Iran couldn't attack Israel directly, so it supported groups that could. The most famous of these is Hezbollah in Lebanon. Iran armed, trained, and funded them, creating a powerful force right on Israel's northern border. For Israel, this was a nightmare scenario. They also fought back, targeting Iranian assets and scientists, particularly those involved in Iran's nuclear program. It's been a decades-long cycle of covert operations, cyber attacks, and targeted strikes. Now, let's fast forward to today. Why does it feel like things are heating up so much? Two big reasons: Iran's nuclear ambitions and its growing influence across the Middle East. First, the nuclear program. Iran insists it's for peaceful energy purposes. Israel and much of the West doesn't buy it. They believe Iran is secretly trying to build a nuclear bomb. And Iran with nuclear weapons is Israel's ultimate red line. It's an existential threat they've sworn they will never allow to materialize. This is why you hear so much about potential Israeli strikes on Iranian nuclear facilities. The 2015 nuclear deal, the JCPOA, was supposed to calm things down by limiting Iran's nuclear activities in exchange for lifting sanctions. But when the US pulled out in 2018, tensions skyrocketed again. Iran began enriching uranium to higher levels, inching closer to what's needed for a weapon. Second, there's Iran's Shia Crescent, or Axis of Resistance. This is a network of alliances and proxy forces stretching from Iran through Iraq, Syria, and into Lebanon. For Iran, this is about strategic depth projecting power and defending against its rivals, namely Israel, Saudi Arabia, and the United States. For Israel, this is an encirclement. They see Iranian-backed militias setting up shop in Syria, right near their border, and they are not having it. For years, Israel has been conducting hundreds of airstrikes in Syria to push back against this Iranian military buildup. It's a constant, low-level war that rarely makes the front page, but is incredibly intense. So where does the United States fit into all this? The U.S. is Israel's most important ally. This relationship is ironclad, built on shared values and strategic interests. The U.S. provides Israel with billions in military aid and crucial diplomatic support. When it comes to Iran, Washington and Tel Aviv are largely on the same page. Iran's nuclear program must be stopped, and its regional influence must be countered. However, they don't always agree on how to do it. Israel often favors a more aggressive, military-first approach. They've shown they're willing to act unilaterally. The U.S., while keeping the military option on the table, has often preferred a mix of diplomacy and economic pressure, like sanctions. It's a classic good cop, bad cop dynamic, but sometimes the cops disagree on the strategy. The U.S. has to balance supporting its ally with avoiding a full-blown war in the Middle East, which would have devastating economic and human costs. American troops are stationed in Iraq and Syria, making them potential targets for Iranian proxies, which adds another layer of complexity. Now for the million-dollar question. What happens next? There are a few potential scenarios, and none of them are great. Scenario 1 is what we might call managed conflict. This is basically the status quo, but with more flare-ups. The shadow war continues. Israel strikes targets in Syria, Iran retaliates through its proxies. There are cyber attacks back and forth, but both sides avoid a direct, all-out war. They know how catastrophic that would be. This is the most likely path, but it's incredibly unstable. A single miscalculation of strike that kills the wrong person or hits the wrong target could easily spiral out of control. Scenario 2 is an Israeli military strike on Iran's nuclear facilities. This is the high-risk, high-reward option for Israel. If successful, it could set back Iran's nuclear program by years, but the risks are enormous. Iran would undoubtedly retaliate, not just against Israel directly with its ballistic missiles, but also by unleashing Hezbollah and other proxies. This could trigger a massive regional war, drag in the United States, and send oil prices through the roof, causing a global economic crisis. It would be messy, bloody, and unpredictable. Scenario 3 is a diplomatic breakthrough. This seems unlikely right now, but it's not impossible. A new, more robust nuclear deal could be negotiated that addresses both Iran's nuclear ambitions and its regional activities. This will require immense diplomatic effort from all sides, including the US, Europe, Russia, and China. It would mean both Israel and Iran would have to make painful compromises. Iran would need to accept stricter limits, and Israel would have to trust that the deal is verifiable and effective. It's a long shot, but it's the only path to a lasting, peaceful resolution. The recent direct exchange of fire between Israel and Iran, with drone and missile attacks, has shifted the dynamic. The shadow war has come out into the open. For the first time, Iran launched a direct attack on Israeli territory from its own soil, and Israel responded. This has shattered old rules of engagement. Both sides show restraint to avoid immediate escalation, but they also demonstrated their capabilities. This new reality makes the situation even more volatile. The line between managed conflict and all-out war has become dangerously thin. So, this is the chessboard. It's a complex conflict with deep historical roots, driven by security fears, ideology, and regional ambitions. Israel is determined to prevent a nuclear Iran and push back its influence. Iran is equally determined to secure its regime and project its power. And the United States is trying to navigate this minefield, supporting its ally, while trying to prevent a catastrophic war. There are no easy answers here. Every move has a counter move, and the stakes couldn't be higher. Understanding this conflict isn't just about geopolitics. It's about recognizing how interconnected our world is, and how quickly a regional rivalry can have global consequences. What happens between Jerusalem and Tehran will affect us all. Thanks so much for watching. If you found this breakdown helpful, please hit that like button, subscribe for more deep dives, and let me know your thoughts in the comments below. See you next time